go. Code Launch 8 presented by UNT at Frisco on September 10th.
The Ocho.
Before we go any further, let's address the big topic, the gorilla in the room, which is there's a huge COVID challenge, obviously, to producing this event. I can't be 100% sure at this time we're going to have the event on the date, September 10th. If you have any common sense, like I think I do, you probably understand that, and you've heard in the news, Texas is one of the surging states.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the worst one, but it's by no means the best one. And the governor,
is an evolving situation.
yeah, in the last 2-3 weeks, the governor has kind of reimposed a few more restrictive rules. And if those stay in place, we will change the date and we will move it back. And then eventually we will have this event. In either case, we will do the following things at the event. We are going to limit the event to 500 people, which is less than 10% of the space we're going to be in. We're going to have sanitization stations all over the place. We're going to have complimentary masks and gloves, probably CodeLaunch gloves. The CodeLaunch gloves might be for sale.
Swag.
The complimentary ones might be those kind of weird looking ones.
Yep.
Socially distanced seating for all attendees. All of the bar food staff are going to be masked and gloved. We're going to have one-way traffic in the exhibit hall. Temperature reading at check-in or you can't come in. Socially distanced exhibitors, a few less exhibitors than normal. And all the food will be individually wrapped, not exposed to the air. And we'll probably think of other things we can do, too, between now and then. Just to clear this up for you startups that are following this, watching, even if we have to move the event, I am pretty sure that we're still going to do your hackathons on schedule.
Yeah.
And that's because we don't want to slow down your momentum, your timeline. We don't want to impact any of that. So for those of you that become a finalist and get a hackathon, you're going to get that September 7th, 8th, and 9th. Unless something happens, I have to change that. But that's my plan. And then you're going to come back and do the event later. I'm not going to go any further on to future dates right now, but we have that in place. Okay, this is your specialty, CodeLaunch Evangelist.
Post the live on my Facebook, but yeah, I'll do this. Give me 10
You'll have
seconds
to
post this.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Okay.
going to get a live stream going on Facebook. And something that Stram brought to the event this year is the concept of homework.
God, I love it so much.
And I do too. Now that we're here, we're actually throwing down homework on some startups. I love it because CodeLaunch is a lot of homework on us.
Yep.
Stram worked all weekend.
No more pitches. If I hear one more pitch, I'm up to here. They're good. They're good pitches, but just the overwhelming. So many.
We're going to be throwing the ball back into your court today, quarterfinalists, and you're going to get some homework.
Volley for serve.
There's going to be 4 types of homework, 4 tiers. And for each of you that get announced today, each of you will have a
okay, we're posted. We're good.
You'll be given up to 4 homework assignments, and you can complete all, 1 or none.
Yeah, okay.
If you complete none, you are not making it to the semifinals.
So here is the goal of homework, and this is why for the first time in your life you should be excited about homework, okay? This is good homework. This is good for you. This is good for the competition. This is good for everyone. Previously, the people who were the best at pitching tended to win these competitions, right? Like that's the if you got a silver tongue, if you got a background in stand-up comedy, if you look good in a suit, you're more likely to win. We're getting rid of that, okay? What homework is going to do is it's going to give you an opportunity. You already presented your idea. You already presented your startup. Now you're going to get to show probably the most important thing for an early stage founder, which is you have the ability to get stuff done. You have the ability to execute.
Execution.
We have designed the homework so that it is not going to be biased towards companies at different stages and founders with different backgrounds. So let's talk about homework tier 1. So it's a website landing page for your startup. What do I mean? I mean that you will have completed this homework if all you do is Google, how do I register a domain? You go on Whois or whatever your preferred method is. You spend $9 to register the domain. I don't care if it's Wix. I don't care if it's, what are the other Wix equivalents? There's another one that's really popular. Starts with an S. Squarespace. Yeah, I don't care if it's Wix. I don't care if it's Squarespace. I don't care if it's WordPress. There are tutorials that we have. If you're having trouble, you're going to reach out to us. I'm going to help you. We're going to get a landing page up. This is not building your website. This is not building your platform. This is not, don't get hung up on logos. This is just, hey, we don't have an online presence. So at tier 1, we're going to get an online presence. We're going to show that we have the ability to do the work. This is not building an app. We're not going to ask non-technical founders to do that. This is a little bit of hustle, a little bit of homework. Any one of you can do that. Any of the people that we're going to announce that did the work on that application, you have the ability. So if you do not have a website, landing page, or domain, which will be a few of you, this is the tier that you're going to be assigned. Homework tier 1, we're going to get you a landing page.
Tier 2.
Tier 2. Now, if you already have a landing page, and some of the startups that applied have already built really good story pages, landing pages. They describe the vision that they're going for. If you already have that, we're not going to make you do work that you already did. We're not about wasted effort at CodeLaunch. We're about getting things done. So you're going to get ready to pitch your company to the masses, your startup to the masses. So pretend for a second that you win CodeLaunch and you have this shiny new platform or bauble or what is the term that you like to use? So I'm using the exact language. Functional prototype.
Oh, you mean the technical part?
The technical, you're sitting
it's
at the
somewhere
end,
between functional prototype and
MVP.
primitive MVP.
Primitive MVP. You're sitting here with your fancy shiny new thing that you just got as the winner.
It's whatever we could get done in 3 days.
But it's going to be better than not having it. You're going to have it, and so now the question is, how do people find out about it? That's where homework tier 2 comes in. So if you have not already claimed all of your social media IDs, your Instagram, your Facebook, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn page, if you name it, TikTok, you should be on TikTok. It's crazy growth right now on TikTok. What you're going to do is you're going to sign up for all those different outlets. You don't have to post anything yet, and you're going to rig them all up to some unified posting tool. So an example of that would be Buffer. And that's showing us that as a small team, because you're not going to have 20 people. I don't think there was a single team that applied that was 20 people. I don't think there was a single one. That means that early stage startup, everyone has to wear multiple hats. There's no such thing as, oh, this is the person that does marketing and all I do is sales. No, everyone's got to get their hands dirty. So if you're in homework tier 2, you're going to demonstrate that you have the ability to get all of your stuff ready to start marketing this new product that you're going to have. If you've already done that, we're not going to make you redo the work. You're going to go to homework tier 3.
Before we go to tier 3, I'm going to tell them about B and C, which I didn't tell Stram about. I came up with.
We're just changing the game. It's crazy, man.
Today, if you're a quarterfinalist, you don't have to do this live in real time because some of you are going to be watching. But go back and watch the live stream and make a screenshot of your name when it announces you as a quarterfinalist.
Ooh, yes, I like that.
And I want that posted on your social media as your first post if you had to create it.
And if you
already had it, then just please post it.
And if you don't have it, then you're going to have to do this before the homework period's over.
Right.
Because you're going to be creating it just to make your first post about CodeLaunch. I love that. That's an improvement.
That's what we do at Code Authority Improving.
Boom, boom.
Homework tier 3, Stram.
Customer validation. Now, this one is a little more opaque, and it'll probably require a little bit of conversation, a very brief conversation with each of you startups individually, but I'll tell you what I mean by that. So at this point, if you're in tier 3, you already have some type of website or landing page, and you've already set up your ability to market. So this could be something as simple as a SurveyMonkey that goes to 100 targeted people that are in your customer target zone, asking them questions about your product or asking them to pre-register for a beta. It could be setting up a beta email address button on your website or landing page if you've already got that, but you don't have the ability to enroll in a beta. It could be, if you're a B2B play, engaging in conversations around structuring an LOI or getting that single customer to say, well, yes, if you deliver this for me, then I will be a customer. But I'm going to want to see customer validation. That means not your parents. That means, not your cousin, but a person in the wild looks at what you're doing. Because here's the thing. We don't know you. We already looked at it, and we think what you're doing is cool. So now we just want to make sure that we're not crazy. So please go find a customer and get them as excited as we are, and now you've completed homework tier 3.
Yeah, and on top of that, we don't know every market in
No.
every segment. We don't know
Yeah.
anything about lots of spaces. So we want people that do.
One of those
Maybe
startups,
that's you.
one of the startups that's about to get announced is about feminine beauty products and makeup kits. And I was looking at the pitch.
I actually do know a lot about that one. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
I'm-
me
I'm
personally.
a secret shopper. Never mind.
I was reading that pitch, and that was probably top 3 most excited that I got about these startups. I have no subject matter expertise in makeup or foundation, but the pitch was so good. But you know what would be great? It'd be great if some women that buy makeup were also excited about that pitch, because I'm not, I love it, but I'm not going to be a customer.
What's that store that all the women have to go to? They hate 'cause
Sephora, yeah.
I think it's so busy in there,
Yeah.
and it's like a madhouse. You can't check out.
And that's pre-COVID.
I
Post-COVID.
think I was shopping there at Christmas. That's why I know something about this.
Yep, I have a
Don't ever do
girlfriend.
that.
That's why I know something about. I mean, come on, it's 2020. If we want to wear makeup, we're good.
I have 2 daughters. And
As the show gets bigger and bigger, I'll have a dedicated makeup person that does.
homework tier 4, Stram.
Okay, so if you're in tier 4, first off, congratulations. You're on the precipice. If you've gotten to tier 4, that means that you already have a message, you already have a website, you're already talking about your message on the website, you already have your social under control, and you've got some kind of social validation. Now, we have a couple startups that applied. Even though they don't have a product or an MVP, they've gone out and they've gotten people to sign up as potential customers. So that would mean that they're in homework tier 4. What we're going to do in tier 4, and it's going to be a smaller list of startups, okay, is we're going to identify an area of weakness that your team has, because the teams are still small, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. And we're going to go, okay, what is it that would make your team a lot better? If your business plan says, hey, we're going to spend $200,000 on legal, well, then you're going to expand the team and look for someone that practices law in the area that applies to your startup, that wants to come in as an advisor and take that number down significantly. If your team has no marketing chops, first off, congratulations for claiming all your tags, but we're going to go find you somebody who's willing to come on board the team and share in the responsibility of marketing.
You're going to go find you.
Yeah,
somebody.
I mean, we're going to help you identify it. I'm going to help them identify it, but they have to go actually make the pitch. So you're going to work to increase social validation of people that believe in your cause.
And this is because there's a big discrepancy in the startups that apply to CodeLaunch on the team part.
Yep.
Many of them are really interesting, and the person seems interesting, the founder and the concept and the space, but there's just one person. There's just a founder.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones that the first slide in their deck is their founding team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people with different areas of specialty.
Yep.
And those look pretty great.
Yep.
And so we want to try to level everybody up and get the ball moving for all of you forward, even if we don't proceed with you as a semifinalist.
And I want to encourage something right now, okay? I want to encourage questioning, right? So if you're in one of these tiers and you've self-identified or we put you in it, and some of the instructions are unclear, don't get frustrated and run around. Ask. Go ahead and shoot an email to me. I mean, Jason as well if he wants, but definitely to me.
We'll get to the how-to at the end of this.
Yeah. Ask clarifying questions, because we're really growing and we're doing this with you guys. And this is a startup. These are new changes that we've made, and we're going to hone in on the best way to do this together. But these are positive things that are going to really help your application process.
And just pulling back the curtains here on CodeLaunch and the next process, we used to make this next level of decision still without any interaction with the startup. From this point forward, he and I are going to go through independently and score them on a proprietary system.
Yep.
So we would do that and then invite the best scores to do the semifinalist stage where we get to see the pitch virtually or in person.
Yep.
And we hit a lot of duds that way that I think this is going to eliminate.
I'd also like to say one more thing if I can.
But it's also going to help every single one of you.
It's going to help
and
every
that's
single.
the biggest
So
thing.
every single person that's listening to this or sees this, some of you might not get into the semifinals, right? But you can still do this stuff. The stuff that we're laying out, this is breaking down what seems like a mountain into smaller steps. And if you find yourself at tier 1, let me tell you this, a lot of the companies that are at tier 3 or tier 4, they're going to look like stronger applications, right? Whether that's next year you're applying here, or whether that's an accelerator that you're applying for, whenever you're trying to climb a mountain, you don't just try to jump to the top, right? How do you get that next footing? How do you get that next step? Homework like this is ways to do it. So ask yourself, okay, if I'm at tier 1 or I'm not even at tier 1, how do I complete that? How do I get to the next step? so that I can build that momentum, because we want everyone to succeed, but we can only pick a few winners.
Okay, so next slide. The homework is due in 7 days.
That's a lot of time. I wanted to give them 3 hours. I wanted it to be kind of like a hostage situation. I wanted it to be go. I wanted it like 24 with Kiefer
We might get to
Sutherland.
that. Beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
Beep. You have 3 hours to get buffer set up. Beep. Beep.
I don't know if they all had a Chloe they could call and be like, go down the hall.
Yeah.
So
7 days is a lot of time.
yes, and here's how you submit your homework progress. You email ideas@codeauthority.com.
Yep.
That's an email that we only get CodeLaunch emails on, so it's going to help us keep separate from the very busy everyday business of Code Authority.
Cool.
And we want you to use this subject: CodeLaunch, homework, your startup name.
Yeah, that's great.
So I can just quickly look at all those and then go and document, take a look. You'll need to include a link to your socials and your landing page. Maybe you already have those, fine. If you had to create them as part of homework, great. And then any attachments that came along with stage 3 or 4, like maybe a new slide about your new teammate for tier 4, or tier 3, maybe a letter of intent that you received from a business client in your space saying, if this product comes to fruition, I am totally going to beta test it.
Yep.
Signed by president, anything, any attachments, and then we're going to evaluate those. At that point, we are already going to have our scores, and we're already going to have you ranked 1 to, I think, how many? 62, 65 quarterfinalists today?
Yeah.
About half of you. And then we're going to, reevaluate based on the homework. So there will be no more than 30 semifinalists. If any of this is confusing, you can rewatch this wonderful live stream to get clarification, or you can go ahead and email ideas@codeauthority.com and try to figure out. Like, for example, if you want some guidance from Stram, who came up with all this, is that the best way to reach for us to forward it to you?
Send it to that and or I think Josh at CodeLaunch. I think
You know what? I'll put you on the distribution list.
Yeah.
So just email ideas@codeauthority.com. He'll get a copy. I'll get a copy.
Yep.
He's probably going to be the person to answer the homework questions.
Yep.
And obviously you'll want to do that in the next day or two because you got 7 days.
Yep. Didn't see a single application from Tasmania.
Tanzania.
Tasmania, right? Because the Tasmanian devil is what?
Tasmania is a region in Australia.
No, it doesn't exist. It was a
It's like a region.
It's not a real place.
Is a country. Is a nation state.
Doesn't exist. These
in
are fictional.
Africa.
It's a conspiracy.
And we got.
Not from there. We got some
We
applications
got one,
from
or
Africa.
we might have got 2 from there.
We had a couple African applications, but not Tanzania or Tasmania.
Tanzania.
Those are not real places.
Okay. On with the announcements. Now, you haven't seen this yet because
Okay.
I did this morning, but
Okay.
there's a slide for every single one of you that made it. So we're going to take turns reading them.
Okay.
Now, we're not going to try to read all your names
After you.
because some of you have names I don't know how to pronounce, and I don't want to botch it, and I just don't want to look dumb trying.
I will nickname anyone I can't pronounce.
Stram will do that. I'm going to say the name of your app and where you're from, and we'll start with the international category. The first is Achievers from Mumbai, India.
You did it. You achieved it. They did it. In Med from Indonesia.
Malang, Indonesia. Thank you, Indonesia.
I knew how to pronounce Indonesia.
Brush App from Belleville, South Africa.
I'm really excited about Brush App, actually. Yeah. Talking. We're just talking here from Moscow, Russia. Christopher Talkin.
No longer the CCCP, by the way.
Yeah.
Very good entrepreneurial country. Research Master from Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.
Tanzania.
Sorry, guys. Tanzania is a real place.
Conspiracy goes deep.
Is that our first African quarterfinalist?
Well, we just did South Africa.
I mean, in CodeLaunch.
Well, there's now 2. There's now 2. South Africa was 2. Brush App.
Good point. Sorry, I missed that one.
South Africa is in Africa. Great, easy to pronounce. Little U from Toronto, Canada.
Hold on. We're having what?
Slides aren't showing?
Oh, the slides aren't showing. Okay, hold on.
Well, I mean, they still hear us talking.
No, we got to go back and do these.
Okay.
Because I told them all they have to make a screenshot. Okay, bear with us here. We spent out our slides aren't showing.
I'll do some humor, some jokes.
You guys missed all the cool slides. That sucks. Okay, let me get the slides showing. What's going on?
Guys, this is what startup life looks like. There's not always someone to do your makeup, and sometimes your appointment at Sephora is pushed back, like me, and I'm shaving myself.
Okay, well.
All right.
I think I just fixed it.
Are we good?
Okay. Good people of
just someone run over here
Earth.
if it's wrong, and we'll stop what we're doing.
Someone on the chat say that you can see the slides.
Okay. Yeah, we can use the chat. That's true.
I can see it right there.
Okay, so we're good.
Well, I can see the chat, but I can't see someone saying they can see the slides yet.
That haptic feedback.
The problem was I used studio mode for the first time. I didn't know that I would have to automatically. All right, it wouldn't automatically.
Brian Crawford 3 minutes ago said there were no slides, but there's a delay there.
Well, that's because I was reading the quarterfinalists.
Sheedy is also saying that she can't. Someone say if you do see the slides, please.
Yeah, I just made a change, and to me it looks like you would see it.
How long of a delay
this
is this
time.
on, by the way?
Not very long.
Okay, let's go forward until we're stopped again. Announcing the 2020 quarterfinalists, this time with slides.
This time with slides, we're going to read.
We're super professional here at the Ocho.
Okay, well, let's just go for it. Quarterfinalists. Oops, wrong button. See, now I got all these different. Okay. Oh, that's on the backwards. I need to go back to forwards.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
There we go.
Okay.
Okay.
Achievers.
First, international quarterfinalist. Achievers from Mumbai, India.
Congratulations.
Why is it going backwards?
Go the wrong direction again. Can we just use the keyboard? Like, can we just, is that a wireless keyboard?
Okay, you're next. Go. You're good. Oh, yeah, just use the keyboard. Okay, here we go.
That's what being a startup is about. Okay.
That's you. In
Med from Malang, Indonesia.
Congratulations.
I just switched it.
Oh, Brush App from Belleville, South Africa.
I think that's our first African semifinalist.
This is a quarterfinalist.
Quarterfinalist. Okay. Christopher Talkin. It's Talkin from Moscow, Russia. Congratulations.
Research Master, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. The second African quarterfinalist in 2002, CodeLaunch 8.
Going so much smoothly the second time around. Little U from Toronto, Canada. Welcome to the international quarterfinalist group.
Intent Digital Intelligence from Delhi, India.
That's awesome. Code Gem, Ottawa, Canada.
Eve from Frankfurt, Germany.
Eve was one of my...
I once went to Germany. It was West Germany when I was there.
Yeah.
And I went to Frankfurt.
I'm excited about Eve, actually.
I stayed by the Space Needle.
Coco Truck from Seoul.
You never heard of
South
Seoul?
Korea.
There was an Olympics there, brother.
I've read it a lot of times. I'm younger than you. Okay.
Incas from Hyderabad, India.
50. And that's pronounced like Fitty. Calgary, Canada.
I don't think it's pronounced like
Welcome.
Fitty.
I'm pretty sure their app is Fitty.
Open Race from Mississauga, Ontario, Canada.
Said that with a lot.
I
said that with confidence.
I was in Mississippi over the weekend, so that was so much easier to do right now.
MISSISSAUGA, Ontario. Small Channel Shootout from New Eisenberg, Germany. Small Channel Shootout.
It's 2 from Germany.
Yeah. All right. Social Impact. We're switching over to Social Impact quarterfinalists.
Okay, now this one, yeah, we are in Social Impact, so this is a new category.
Yep.
This one is confusing because the app name is a first name.
The name of the product is Elaine Marie. Yeah.
Elaine Marie, Asheville, North Carolina.
And the founder is Alexandra Herman. Yeah.
Okay.
Good, better, best. New York City, New York.
Green Chips from Atlanta, Georgia.
Pendulum Beauty. This is the one we were talking about that could potentially revolutionize the way people use beauty products. Excited about this one from Katy, Texas. Good job, Jasmine. And now U.S. Commercial Venture, the big.
Oh, we're on U.S. Commercial Venture. That was the end of the social impact. Okay,
Yeah,
so this is a large category. This one is this
yes.
year. Ogre Space from Dallas, Texas.
Yes, I'm so happy that we will now have safe spaces for ogres. Home Lending Pal from Miami, Florida. Congratulations, Brian.
The Short Game Place from here in Frisco, Texas, Kathleen Erickson.
That's a golf-related product. Rensera Monogram, Jersey City, New Jersey. Congratulations, Tim.
Local Ziggy from Las Vegas, Nevada. Congratulations, Rohan.
Yeah. I prefer that to non-local Ziggy. I like my Ziggies local, like I like my coffee locally sourced. Gorilla, Springfield, Missouri. Congratulations, Adam.
Moto Clerk, St. Petersburg, Florida, Sean Anderson.
And this is a successor to the RoboCop movies. Moto Clerk is about a robot clerk. Rusept from Los Angeles, California. Congratulations, Moodit.
Sports Trace from Seattle, Washington.
White Rock AI, New York, New York. Congratulations, Jordan. Welcome to the quarterfinals.
Multi-Park Ballet, Arlington, Texas. Marcus Wells, congratulations.
Nightingale, Alexandria, Virginia. Good job, Andy.
Morty, Winter Garden, Florida, home of Tiger Woods.
If we had an award for
my hero.
If we had an award for most novel, right? Most unlike the other applications, Morty would win it. It's a program for leaving memories to your loved ones after you pass away, and no one's in the mortuary category. Okay.
Scenic by Grapevine from Grapevine, Texas, William Wong.
Double Amour from Plano, Texas. Good to see another Texas startup.
Stock Market DraftKings. Interesting. West Hartford, Connecticut.
Mm-hmm. Congratulations, Douglas. The letters AA-QL, Fort Worth, Texas.
Movawity.
Yeah.
Dayton, Texas.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Movawity.
Movawity.
Maybe it's Mavawity.
Mavawity.
Anyway, congratulations, Michelle.
Wellsheet, Newark, New Jersey. I feel like Jersey and New York have been representing so far.
Yep.
Good job, Craig. East Coast vibes.
Authentify Art, San Marcos, California. Thank you, Curtis.
Get the West Coast in there. Fred, but with letters. Norman, Oklahoma. Good job, Donna.
Boomer. Wise from Dallas, Texas, Mike Romine.
Yep. Avo MD, Lawrence, New York. Congratulations to Avo MD.
Okay. Daya M from Plantation, Florida, Lorena Felice Santos. Congratulations.
Harmony, Dallas, Texas, Anthony Lewis.
Bifrost, Brooklyn Park, Minnesota, quarterfinalist, U.S. Commercial Venture category.
Yep.
CodeLaunch 8.
International Scholars from Richfield Springs, Missouri.
That's Massachusetts, brother.
From Massachusetts.
Comedians. Sparkle Check-In from Minneapolis, Minnesota, Michelle Marins.
Tabeo. Los Angeles, California. Angela.
Move, Frisco, Texas, Rachel Lewis.
That was a layup. Coupon. It's like Mad Libs. It is like play Mad Libs. Coupon from Dallas, Texas. Congratulations, Neil.
You know, just for a second, naming your startup is kind of a challenge because
it is.
You're trying to be kind of like what you're doing, but at the same time, everybody else in the world has been doing that on the internet now for 20 years, and so a lot of names are taken.
Some of these are clearly phonetic, but also some of them I think are acronyms for things I don't understand. So like not all of them are going for phonetic. So it's a thing.
I think that people should use like the startup naming website where you just kind of type in some things and then it just throws a word that it combines some part of a Latin word, part of a Greek word. And
I also would like to challenge anyone who wants to record themselves correctly pronouncing all of these conference finalists that record that video. I'd like to see you flawlessly on the first time do these.
I happen to know this one. That's why I'm going to say it right. This is Ducey Club.
Okay. Yeah.
From Linden, Washington, Ron Williams.
My Kid Blooms, Austin, Texas. Congratulations, Allison.
Like Yours, LLC from Frisco, Texas.
Frisco in the house, all the way from Frisco. Who would have thought it? All right, and that's our first youth.
Oh, we switched to youth.
We finished the commercial venture.
Okay.
So our first youth quarterfinalist, congratulations to College Thrifts from Miami, Florida. Patricia, that's a great concept.
Okay, now this one, I meant to go back and check if this was some kind of typo. Is this supposed to be Sean Hopper, or is it really?
Seat Hopper.
Is that a name?
No, it's the name of the startup. It's a sports startup.
Sorry, Seat Hopper.
No, it's.
I got distracted a minute ago, and
Seat Hopper is where people that are buying nosebleed tickets can move down if there's availability at the event that they go to.
I think I have this Code Authority coffee cup that has actual coffee because I clearly need some.
Congratulations, Seat Hopper, which is a perfectly fine name.
Good job, Seat Hopper.
Smart MS3. Is it MS13 that's the gang? 3 is okay.
I'm a member.
Robbinsville, New Jersey.
Harvest Horizon, Austin, Texas. Good job, Tiffany.
Olera, College Station, Texas.
Yes! Newberry Park, California. So, Marth, you did it.
I think something got cut off there. I don't remember there being a startup that was just called Yes. But we're gonna go.
Samantha knows it. She knows what's going on.
Night Bites, Ashburn, Virginia.
We're getting some cheers in our chat stream over here. That's good.
Good.
I still don't know how to say Gauch's. I know how to say Gauch's name.
What about the startup?
Because her brother was an intern here in 2015.
Yeah. Wow.
He's now at A&M.
That's awesome.
And I think he's graduating or in a master's program in
But can you pronounce
robotics.
Gauch's startup's name?
It's either Sino, or Siino.
Cieno. It could be Cieno.
It could be C&O. It could be C&O.
There's no wrong way to pronounce a startup. I
Anyway,
just like to point out.
Gaucha, good job.
It's kind of like eating a Reese's. There's no wrong way. Local Yonder, New York, New York. Congratulations, Minqui. I think I'm saying that right.
Campus Oven, Richardson, Texas.
Rohit Shenoy. Shout out to Rohit.
I just did the last one, didn't I?
Oh, all right.
I did Campus Oven.
I said, all right. Durable Alpha, Dallas, Texas. Congratulations to Pranjal.
Doorstep from South Jordan, Utah.
Invisimind, Can You See Me? Norman, Oklahoma.
As again, I say Boomer.
Boomer. Are you allowed to say Boomer?
I can say Boomer anytime I want to.
Okay, Boomer.
And I can also do this. Lunchroom from Toronto, Canada.
That's
and
it.
Surprise!
Oh, no!
A little shout from my man here. Stram, as you might know, is an aspiring part-time comedian.
Pulled images.
He's got a lot of
for my socials.
experience doing this. And so he's going to be playing tonight at the Lakeview by Pepper Smash.
Oh, no.
Over on Main Street in the Colony around 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
You can follow his TikTok at @StramShow.
Yep.
And which we have to move. Move here. What I see that?
Stram Show.
That's where he is.
Yeah. Actually, LinkedIn and Facebook are better.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm going to be there because I've never seen him do comedy, and it's nearby. So I'll see you tonight. If you want to come, if you're nearby and you want to come by and ask me any CodeLaunch questions,
it's true.
Be a good time.
We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be fun.
I won't be listening to him, so I'll talk to you. And
You can heckle. If I mispronounce your startup's name and you can get to Lakeview by Pepper Smash by 8 p.m. tonight, you are allowed to heckle my set.
Pass to heckling.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to remind you of the schedule, July 14th, that's today, we announced the quarterfinalists. 1 week from today, on the 21st, your homework is due, and the next day, we will evaluate homework and make our semifinalists. We will announce it on the same format, LinkedIn live stream. And then on August 17th, we will announce the 4 finalists, 1 from each category. On that day, if there's going to be a delay to the event, September 10th, I will also announce that. And any other changes that we know about, we'll probably reserve at this point to the August 17th announcement. So let's go back, since we didn't have the slides on during the homework. I don't want to cover all the homework again, like at detail, but just go back to tier 1. Yep, getting close. Okay, so tier 1 was a website landing page.
Yep, so if you don't have a website landing page, you're going to get one. If you have any questions, you email ideas
at codeauthority.com. That's on the 5th.
If you need any help with that.
The next is homework tier 2 is social media ideas and a unified posting tool.
Yep, IDs.
So
make sure that you claim that your Facebook page, if you haven't already done that, your Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn page, I'm not going to say core or anything like that, but then put the list of your handles in the email that you send.
And then to prove that you have all that handled, take a screenshot of your slide, which we just went through, being announced as a quarterfinalist, and post it.
Congratulations there. Homework tier 3 is customer validation. Okay, so if you've already got the stuff in 1 and 2, then you're in tier 3. And you're going to get customer validation. Like I said before, that could be as simple as a SurveyMonkey. It could be having a beta registration on your website. It could be doing a test campaign. If you have any questions about that, again, go ahead and email ideas@codeauthority.com, and we'll work with you to get you set up for that. It's a short list of companies that are there.
And then tier 4 is to expand your execution founding team.
Yep. So
proving to us that you have some social validation.
And this is such a short group of people. I'm just going to go ahead and self-identify and email that email, and then I will do like a video call or something with you to help you figure out what that area of
the next slide covers that. This is the one I really want everybody to see as we'll wrap up here.
Yep.
But your homework, whatever you get done, tier 1, 2, 3, 4, is due essentially 7 days from almost exactly right now.
Done.
And you'll need to send the email to ideas@codeauthority.com with that exact subject.
Yep.
And in there, including the attachments and the link to your social, so we can click, we can see you got that done, we can click, we can see the website, we can mark off the different tiers. I guess the next logical question someone's going to have is, if a startup has none of this and achieves all 4, is that going to help them in the process? And I would say probably.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
If a startup has all 4 of these and doesn't need to do, it just needs to remind us that they have all 4, is that going to hurt them?
If you have if you have all 4, I will create a custom 5th homework. Like if in the rare scenario where a startup's like, oh, by the way, we didn't include this in our deck, we just recruited legal help. I'm going to go, okay, volley for serve. I'm going to spend 30 minutes. I'm going to come up with homework. Everyone's going to get an opportunity to execute, which is what this is about. This isn't about what you have. It's about how you do new things. That's what we're looking at. We want to evaluate, hey, if we really invest in you and we co-work with you for the next, year maybe. I mean, how long ago was Pros Rent?
Pros Rent was a 2016 finalist that didn't win.
Yep.
And we're still, they're a very much active part of our Code Authority and CodeLaunch family. We're going to be promoting a big launch party for them in April, and that got canceled. But when things get normal again, we are going to produce the Pros Rent hard launch party presented by CodeLaunch.
But the point that I'm making is that was 4 years ago, and you've still been helping them and working with them and building a relationship with them. So we're trying to evaluate, hey, how are you going to work?
Once you're in CodeLaunch, you never get out of CodeLaunch.
You can't leave.
Help me. Help me. It's like that Hotel California.
Yes.
Right.
It's an old song. I'm vaguely aware of it.
You know what I'm talking about?
No, Hotel California. That's all I know.
You can check out any
Don't know any more
Time you
lyrics.
want.
I know the.
But you can never leave.
You guys, since Jason doxed me for my stand-up comedy, what are you on Spotify?
Nope.
You could. How do I find you
Not
on
talking
Spotify?
about that. Goodbye, everybody.
Jason is on
From Code Launch.
I'm gonna find it. Where's your Spotify link? I'm gonna.